For those of you who don't know me, my name's Katelynn, and my son was pretty known on here on TikTok and Instagram for always being his goofy, funny, cute self. And unfortunately, on April 24th, a little over 2 months ago, me, my husband, and Preston were in the car on our way home from his doctor's appointment. Our daughter was in school, and unfortunately we got into a really bad car accident, and my son Preston didn't make it. This has been the hardest thing I've ever been through in my life, but I've truly been led to share my journey with God through all of this, because somehow I have felt his strength, I have felt his presence through all of this. And I'm not here to say that that has taken away all the pain that I felt. Trust me, I felt every little bit of pain. But God has given me the strength to keep going. There's something that happened the day of our accident that has just stuck with me, and it's something I could never forget being told. It just shocked me, and I just wanted to share that with others, because I've questioned if God is real in my life. Sometimes I've wondered. This just shows me that God is real, because there's no other way this could have happened if he wasn't. I don't have any memory of the accident. I don't have any memory of 2 to 3 days after the accident. I don't have much memory of being in the hospital until towards the end. I suffered a traumatic brain injury and lost a lot of my memory. So the day of our accident, I somehow managed, after the accident happened, to find my phone. Don't know how. The accident was awful, and somehow I was able to get a hold of my phone. I called 911 first. I was on the phone with them for 5 minutes. The only reason I know that is because I saw it in my call logs, and then my parents have told me that I called them. Called my mom. I was able to send her a pin. I couldn't tell them where I was. I didn't know where I was, but I just kept telling them that they needed to get there. I was on the phone with my mom for about 5 minutes, but I got to a point where I was just like, she said she could just hear the pain in my voice. I was like groaning in pain, and she said she just couldn't handle it anymore. So my dad took over the phone call while she was heading that way, and my dad was on the phone with me for about 19 minutes. My dad told me that he kept asking where I was, and I kept saying, I don't know. People were asking me if around, he could hear people asking me if I had kids, and I was saying, I don't know. Like, I was just out of it. So the fact that I was able to find my phone and talk on the phone and send my pin, I don't understand how I was able to do.
Preston, may his soul continue to rest in eternal peace, who became known on TikTok as OK Baby, passed away. He was only 2 years old. In a press release, we get to see that the mom is still keeping us updated about her son, and he is resting in eternal peace, and he gets to tell, may his soul rest in eternal peace. The mom keeps telling us that she doesn't remember anything about the accident. Okay, baby star, mom claims she doesn't remember what happened in the accident due to the brain injury. People are like, this is really so sad. Hope you have heard a video of the mom explaining to us the cause of the death and what really happened. That it's really heartbreaking.
That, but while I was on the phone with my dad for about 19 minutes, he said I was very much in and out of it. There was moments that I could talk. There was moments that I was just groaning and moaning in pain. And then there was moments of silence where I wasn't talking at all. And he said there was like a moment of silence for a little while. And then all of a sudden, I recited the Lord's Prayer perfectly on the phone with him. And just so y'all know, after he told me that, I had to look up the Lord's Prayer. I have heard of it. I recognize it when I hear it, but I still do not know it well enough to recite it perfectly. For those of you who don't know what the Lord's Prayer is, I'm going to read it. It's, Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever and ever. Amen. That's the Lord's Prayer, and that's what I recited in the car on the phone with my dad while I was waiting for people to help us. And for me, that's just stuck with me because I still don't even know the Lord's Prayer like that. 100% was God there with me, and it's just, I felt God's presence through all of this. In the hospital, I felt his presence. I just feel like God has been telling me that Preston's okay. He's been giving me the peace to know that Preston, he's taken care of. He's with God. And I get to look forward to being there with Preston and God one day. So it just has given me hope. And I feel like that hope is only through God. I don't know what I'd have to look forward to without God, knowing that my son's not here with me anymore. Without God, I wouldn't know that I get to see him again. Without God, I wouldn't know that Preston's at perfect peace right now. I get to be there with him one day again. So I just wanted to share that. I'm still have a long journey, a long ways to go. I feel like I truly could not get through this without him. And I know there's so many people, and it's not just me going through this right now. There's so many people dealing with loss, even if it's not your child, even if it's a close family member, even a close friend. I encourage each and every one of you to lean on God through this, because I know for me, I wouldn't be getting through it without him.